I mean, from a business point of view, I think it's always important to have real clear goals and strategy. That's the first part. And the bit that is the hardest bit after that is the communication, right the way through down into the team. So everybody knows within the business what you're trying to achieve.
About providing clear direction and making a happy place for people to work. I mean, the last thing anyone wants, and I've seen it when I've before in management where you're working alongside people and everyone's got the gripes and the moans and groans, and no one's ever heard. And it's kind of like, for me, I want to provide that platform.
I think what it means to me with leaders to be that person that people come to you for inspiration, for help, to help them with problems, and just it's for me, it's important to be that role within the workplace. I think that's probably the most important thing for me.
Management is organising things. It's the mechanisms. It's the practical side of controlling things. Whereas leadership, I think, is that human element. Because if there were no humans in your team or in your environment, you wouldn't need leadership at all. You would just simply manage the resources that you have and deliver whatever you wanted to deliver. But as soon as humans are involved, fundamentally it changes. And I think the difference needs leadership. And leadership is about providing direction, it's understanding your team, it's creating a culture. It's something quite different to management. And I used to not really know the difference.
A leader for me, Mark, is somebody who develops people and allows them to grow. It's not somebody who micromanages and manages the task, but it manages the person and allows them to do the task for themselves. It's somebody who inspires enthusiasm, somebody who pushes people out of their comfort zone with the absolute objective of helping them grow. And somebody who's thrilled and celebrates success when a member of the team does succeed.
It means everything to me. Every time I pull into work and I look at what we've created, I have to pinch myself every day. It just means the world. I lead a fantastic organisation that's going places, that's run very, very well, it's profitable, and yeah, we're going places.
Like you say, impart information, knowledge, experience, and see people grow really, and processes and then systems grow, and that's what really leadership means to me. There's lots of other things that you could add on, but in a nutshell, that's what it would be.
I think encouragement and motivation to my staff, to the people around me. And being a sort of a bit of an inspiring talent really for people around the business and younger people that look up to think, this lad's come from nothing, and he's done well for himself, So for me, it's all about that encouragement, that motivation, inspiration to other people around you. I think a good leader isn't really somebody who's all for the self. I'm totally not that person. I'm all about bringing people into the business, trying to bring them up with the business organically, and trying to push them on to bigger aspirations and see where their breaking points are, see what their levels are. What we've all been through, I guess, Mark.
The leader is being the person at the top with the ultimate responsibility, and also having the bigger vision of what's going on. When I was a technician, I just had a very small picture of what I was doing, what was going on, but I always wanted to find out more because I'm an engineer and I always want to know more about how things work. So being a leader gives you that bigger scope. But it also, there's an enjoyment in leading people and seeing the fruition of your efforts and goals coming through and achieving it as a team ultimately. And that gives me a personal pride when I'm leading that and the team does well and we all achieve that goal together.
I'm here, there and everywhere. I'm always chatting. But one thing I like doing, and again, it probably does go back to the whole football, like encouraging people to be themselves, showcase what they're about. Everyone in this business, Oriane, is way more talented in all their individual areas, way more than me. So I'm just basically facilitating it. The big for me is just trying to create that real safe space and to give people the room to grow and just develop in the way they are. Some push themselves to grow and develop organically. Some are a bit more reserved. So I'm trying to encourage them to grow and fulfill their potential that I see in them as well. Sometimes I made a mistake thinking that everyone just wants to be super driven and do it one thing I probably learned is that not everyone really is interested in doing that, or they're not ready for it yet. So just giving people a space to either be themselves or to grow, I think.
So for me, I think being a leader, it's enabling people to achieve their potential, and sometimes help them see for themselves what they're capable of. When I think people don't always see that, is what I would say. And I think there's a key difference. And I know you haven't asked the question, but from what is leadership and management, and I think anybody can do that from a leadership point of view. I don't think you need to be in a certain position to try and enable people and encourage and support people. I think it's just something you do.
I think as a leader, it's important to have a vision and a strategy, to be clear about that vision and where your people and your team fit into that, what part they play, so they understand the value they're adding to the team when you're asking them to do tasks or delegating. They can kind of see that bigger picture and why what you're asking them to do is of value. I think as a leader, it's your opportunity to bring people up. I think that's the main part. It's a good leader supports his people or her people, and helps them be the best they can be and achieve perhaps beyond what they realise they're capable of.